Hello neighbor, this is Kurt at eTrailer, and today we're taking a look at the Inno Gear Case 720 rooftop cargo box on a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Now if you have any experience with this rooftop box, please leave a comment below. We'd love to hear about your experience and share it with other neighbors to help them make the best decision possible. Now let's go on up and have a look at it. Now this rooftop cargo box does come with its own lock and key system, and in order to access it, we're going to go ahead and insert our key, turn it to the upright position. That'll leave it unlocked. We can press this tab on the side and get it right open from there. Now this rooftop box only opens from one side. So if you wanted it to open from the passenger side, you could always turn it around and have it that way. Today we're doing it from the driver's side, and we're going to go ahead and open it up. Now we're going to have 11.5 cubic feet of cargo space in here, and it actually attaches really easily to your rooftop. Now this rooftop box is going to attach to our crossbars using this claw and clamp system. It'll go into these rubber tracks, so it can accommodate a lot of different crossbar spreads. So what we'll simply do is put it through here above our crossbar. We can tighten it or loosen it down using this dial here, and we'll simply bring it over and clamp it down into place to lock it down. Now another great thing about these clamps is that they come with anchor points for tie downs. So if you have some looser cargo in here, you're able to tie it down and keep it from shifting. The other great thing about this rooftop box is that unlike a lot of others in this capacity, it doesn't have that really aggressive taper toward the front. That's going to allow us to actually arrange our cargo in a much more organized manner, and it also allows for us to put, a few skis and snowboards in here perhaps too, and it should fit those pretty comfortably because we don't have an aggressive taper toward the front end. Now aesthetically, this roof box looks really good on really any model of Jeep. It's got a little bit of a boxy, rugged look, which I think fits perfectly with the vehicle. We have it mounted up here a little bit closer to the driver's side where it's opening from. That's because the Grand Cherokee L is a pretty tall vehicle, so we want to make sure that we're not trying to reach too far over the roof when we're trying to remove or store our cargo. It does come up across the front pretty aggressively, and there's not a whole ton we could do about that because on the Jeep Grand Cherokee L, it's a fixed flush mount system, which means we cannot move the crossbar spread further back. So if you have a sunroof or moonroof, this is going to cover that up and not really allow any light in. Okay, and as you can see from the back, we're actually a couple of feet away from any kind of interference we might have with our lift gate. So from back here, we're really not worried about accessing that lift gate while the roof box is up on top. Let's talk a little bit about the weight capacity that we get out of this roof box. Now, the crossbar system that we have it on has a 165-pound weight capacity. The box itself weighs 33 pounds and has a weight capacity of 110. So if you maximize the box, you won't be in any danger of doing any damage to these crossbars. However, it is always important to check your owner's manual and see exactly what the recommended weight capacity for the roof of your vehicle it is. It could be possible that it is less than this 165 pounds. If that's the case, that is going to be your maximum capacity. You can only really hold whatever the weakest component is. So please bear that in mind whenever we're putting cargo up on our roof rack. Now, this roof rack system has an overhang. These are 49-inch bars. This leaves us enough overhang that if we wanted to mount this even closer to the driver's side, we could use one of those clamps on the outside here. That'll leave us room on the passenger side if we wanted to add another rooftop accessory like a ski carrier or anything of that nature. However, it is important to keep in mind that the total weight capacity up there is something you have to pay attention to no matter how many accessories we get on the roof. Now, we had mentioned that this is a very tall vehicle, and getting access up here without any extra assistance, whether you're installing the box up top or loading or unloading it, can sometimes be a little difficult. Let me introduce you to an item called the Moki doorstep that's available right here at eTrailer. This is a very simple mechanism that's going to hook into our door loop here and create a step with a 400-pound capacity that allow us to really get up there and get good access to the box. So now, as you can see, I'm going to have plenty of room up here to reach all the way across the box, whether it's for the actual install process or loading, unloading, or organizing anything. So there's a look at the Inno 720 gearbox rooftop cargo system on our 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. I personally think aesthetically and functionally this is a great roof box system for this vehicle, if not a little bit aggressive toward the front. That's something that I can live with personally. And being a 6-passenger vehicle, you really will need that cargo space if you're going to use the third row. So having something like this is going to be great for any trip that you take the family on. Once again, this is Kurt at eTrailer. Thanks for stopping by.